Okay, so managing your board. We've been doing this for basically the existence of Overtime Athletics, and it's how we manage our staff. We have the 11 a.m. call-in where people that are scheduled to work have to call in on the day they're scheduled to work and say, hey, I'm good to go for this program. So the hub was created around that concept to be able to manage our staff on days they're working. So I'm looking at a program. Let's go ahead and look at Kaylee Elementary. Okay, and I don't really have anybody scheduled there yet. And I'm going to come in this way. And again, you can add somebody to the program for every single program if you go through the list where the creation was and you add people. So I'm going to add Gary and Dan to this program. I'm going to save it. So Gary and Dan were just added to every single program for Kaylee. You see their initials here. So to manage the two of them, this program runs on Wednesdays. So if I'm looking at this program here, I've got Kaylee Elementary, I have Dan and Gary scheduled. Assuming you're working off the 11 a.m. call-in, I am checking people in as they call in. So let's say that Dan just called in, and on my list of instructors, these are all the instructors that I have available to work that have not been scheduled. So for example, you see RS here. RS is not listed in this because he's scheduled to work, or he or she, I'm not sure who RS is. So back to Dan and Gary. So Dan just calls in. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to check Dan in because he just called and he's good to go for class. And then Gary calls. And Gary calls, and I want to check Gary in. So you see here, instructors, here they are. And I want to check them in. Okay, and it just so happens I'm on this day here as well, and John and Aaron both call in for their program. So I'm going to check them in, and then I come up to RS, and Robert is good to work this program as well. If I needed to add another instructor, okay, I have the capability of doing so right here. I want to add Valerie. Okay, I would add Valerie by clicking that button here, and then Valerie gets added just to that particular day. She would not be added to the following Wednesday, which would be the 17th. You'll see she's not here. Now, again, if I want to manually do that, I can. You have that capability. This also works when you're looking at the session view. When you're looking at every session going forward. And you can check people in this way too. So again, this is Kaylee. That was the day we were looking at, 10:10. You'll see they are plugged in. It's pretty simple. You should get used to using both views. And there's a lot of ways to check people in and remove people and add people and so on and so forth.